Good morning and welcome to the iRally YouTube channel ahead of Rally Sweden. We're going to have a look this morning at the weather conditions, the conditions of the road, most importantly, the conditions of the stages. I'm Colin Clark and joining me this morning on iRally is Seb Marshall. Seb, you've done this rally before, but these conditions, wow, they look great, don't they?
Absolutely, it looks fantastic. It's a beautiful morning. Already we've had some overnight snow and it looks as though it's going to be fantastic for the rally.
Okay, well, where we are, we're just out of, if you like, stage 2 of the rally. Stage 2 is stage 3, it's Lickanass stage.
Yep.
Stage 3 of the rally. It'll run on Friday morning. We're not in the stage itself, we're on a liaison section, but these are exactly the kind of conditions that the drivers will experience during the stage. It has been quite an interesting winter here. They were talking about rain a day or two ago, about a week or so ago, I suppose. But you look around you and it looks fantastic. A lot of fresh snow, but more importantly, the snow makes the place look nice, Seb, doesn't it? Yep. But what makes the rally cars go quick is ice. And this year, we've got a decent ice base here.
Yeah, definitely. It's a bit deceptive. We had about 6 inches of snow overnight last night, which, like you say, makes it look good. But underneath that, there's a real solid ice base through a good winter, according to the locals here, where it's melted, refrozen, and created a great surface for the studs on the tyres to work in. Yeah,
let's have a look at the snow then. I mean, as you can see on the top, you know, that's a lot of snow. But you go underneath that, and oh dear, that's proper ice.
Real tough, and that's what really makes the tyres work. When there's a lot of snow on the surface, it takes a lot of sort of almost snow ploughing to clear it away. So the first cars on the road will have a lot of loose snow to clear should it continue like this, which it looks set to. But once you can clear that away, get down to the solid base, that's when the studs really start to work and bite and provide an incredible grip.
Yeah, absolutely. And it takes cold conditions to form that ice. -9 degrees just now, colder than it has been the last week or so. We're expecting somewhere around about -18 degrees. It's not going to get any worse than this in terms of conditions. It can only get better. We may get a little more snow, which will make it interesting. We're going to get this cold weather that's moving in. It can only get better. So this is, if you like, this is as bad as it's going to get. It's only going to get better. And that really does make things really quite exciting.
Absolutely. I think at the moment it's very unpredictable who's going to benefit most from the surface. Obviously, aside from having all the new cars, it's another variable to throw in, and it makes it incredibly interesting and tensions building, really.
I suppose the one thing to throw in is that where we are here is as far north as the rally cars are going to come. They won't come any further north than this. And historically, this is where we get the best conditions on Rally Sweden. But I'd have to say, you and I are staying in Hagfors, and it's just the same as this in Hagfors. You know, the roads around, the smaller roads, if you like, the forest roads around the town are looking lovely. The trees are looking lovely. I think, okay, we've not had too much of a look around yet, but I think this is very, very reflective of how the conditions are going to be for the whole of the rally.
Absolutely, it would seem to suggest so. And the other crews are wrecking out today in stages more to the west of Hagfors, but from what we've heard, it's snowing all across the region, and it makes it almost a more enjoyable rally for the drivers because they don't have to worry about conditions, and it looks set to be a great rally.
A very simple tyre choice for the drivers as well. It really is just studs. I suppose the question might be, what size of studs you want to go with, but let's look at the other feature, if you like, of Rally Sweden, Seb, and that's snowbanks. And now we know what snowbanks can do with drivers. Drivers can use snowbanks to their advantage, but let's have a look at these. The big question with snowbanks is just how hard they are. If they're soft snowbanks, they can drag you in. If they're solid snowbanks, well, you can use them. You can take a little bit of extra speed into the corner and use the snowbanks to ease you around those corners. What do you make of these ones, Seb? Let's have a look again.
I think it seems it seems very deceptive, these ones. They look very, very pretty, and the soft snow on top, I think, is hiding a slightly solid bank underneath, but they still don't look to be fully developed. I mean, it's a long time since we've seen the traditional snowbanks that we're all used to, and in years gone by, they're so easy to just suck the car off the road, and also, like you said, they're concealing sort of hidden dangers, rocks and gullies and all sorts of things that you want to try and avoid, really.
Absolutely. Well, I just kicked the top off this one, but you do go further in and lower down, and the bottoms are, well, I'd have to say I'm digging my way through there pretty quickly. So yeah, that's probably not the ideal sort of snowbank. You wouldn't want to rely on that at 140 kilometres an hour to ping you back on the road. All it's going to do is suck you off into those trees.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something not to be used too often, I would say.
Absolutely. So there we go. Always a big talking point before Rally Sweden, exactly what the weather's going to do. Well, you can see this morning, it is an absolutely glorious day here. Weather forecast for the rest of the week looks really good. It's going to get very cold indeed. They're saying maybe some more snow over the next couple of days. To me, it looks perfect.